Good afternoon, John with Brookside Farm coming at you. So, today's project, among others, is on our newly acquired 320. And, well, we found it. The hood bushings are missing. Now there's a bushing on each side that together with the hood pin and a cotter pin, that's what holds the hood on the 245, 65, 85, and 320. And probably a few others, I think. So what I did is I grabbed the bushing off of that 320. And I went and drew up a little print. Mother Deere wants like 10 bucks a piece for these things, $10, $12. It's just a pressed, it's like a powdered metal stamping, and then they fire it in a kiln. I'm not doing that. I could probably get aftermarket. I think they're like $5 a piece. But I own a lathe, so we're just going to spin a couple off real quick. I don't have any 1-inch bar stock of steel, but I do have 6061 T6, and that'll be fine. I'm a wit before you say it. I know about dissimilar metal corrosion and all that, but you know what? These are probably going to be temporary, but that's what we're going to do for now, and just to get something done. All right, well, I've got my blueprint kind of magnet stuck to the lathe here. Got my material chucked in. Just got to swap cutters, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I don't think I'll do much narration here. And, if you've got any questions, you can always stick them down in the comments. So let me get you set up on the tool post, and we'll get to it. Die-chem, useful stuff. But I'll tell you what, one of these blue Sharpies works great for stuff like this. Now the OD calls for 0.994, but it's absolutely not critical. I could make it even 1.5 inches and it wouldn't matter. So I'm just going to skim the outside a little bit just to make sure it's round, at least pretty it up a bit. Here we go. First shoulder. Little pass here. Get ourselves established. Looking for 0.791 here. Let's see where we're at. Remember, you can always take it off. It's a lot harder to put it back on. So I do tend to be kind of conservative with my cuts. But that's all right. That's 820. Five. Keeping in mind, I'm not A-Bomb 79. I'm not Keith Rucker. So those guys got their machines dialed in pretty good. But we've got 792. I'll call that close enough. Okay, it calls for a 1/2-inch hole. Since we're making two, I'm just going to kind of eyeball about 2 lengths worth on our drill bit. Tailstock doesn't have a lot of reach, so I'm going to have to do this in 2 cuts. I already know that's about the limit. One of the downsides of having a smaller machine. While we're at it, we'll relube our bit. Come back in. Yeah, it's the ejector, so there we go, right about there. I wouldn't normally prefer starting a bit in a hole, but again, it's either that or part them off and drill them individually. I would just as soon get it done at once. Might not be obvious, but I am doing a little bit of cracking. Going in a little bit, trying to let the chip break, just so that they're not too long. Of course, this is aluminum, so those tend to be gummy. That'll about do. Here's our hole. Now we just gotta part this off to length, and we're good to go. There we go. Just give it a quick deburr, and it's good enough. I'm going to do the second one off camera. I don't want to bore you too much. There it is. Just a quick deburr. I did take and put the OD on a mandrel and ran it through the wire brush on the bench grinder, just to kind of knock off that rough edge. $7.91. We needed the print calls for 0.510. Yeah, 0.51. We got 505. That's going to be just fine. Those are the only two dimensions that are even kind of critical. We got 792 there. .503. That'll work. The rest of these, the shoulder doesn't matter. That could be a lot wider. Really, the whole bushing could be a lot wider. If I eventually make a set of these out of steel, I actually will make it bigger just so it has more area to wear on. Well, as you can see, I've got the bushing in on one side, and the other side's almost there. But that's how you remove the hood, is you take these bushings and you pull them out, and then this hood will come through the slot. So let's get this one in. There we go. Drop ourselves an R pin in there. And that's it. Thank you for coming along for yet another adventure from Brookside Farm. I'll be back for sure.